I hope you're having a great day today. Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in this one we're going to talk about whether you should summon or skip on the 10th anniversary Zenith Summons banner. Short answer, yes you should. Actually, for the long answer, let's talk about it. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. Now with all that said, let us go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm recording this kind of late because I usually do these shows you summon, shows you skip videos like before the banners drop, but technical difficulties, and that's why I'm dropping this banner so late. But anyways, yeah, we're getting a anniversary Ichigo and finally an anniversary Rukia. Both of these units are absolutely insane. They are very, very good. The Ichigo, he will have the hardest hitting soul bomb in the game. He has bombardment +2, weakened defense, status and spiritual pressure boost 100%. Yeah, so he has a base damage inflicted at full stem 150%. So you can definitely get over, maybe close to 200% full stamina damage boost with this unit. So he will have the hardest hitting soul bomb in the game, and yeah, he is definitely very, very good. I'd say I don't want to say he's a must-have, but human killer, the human affiliation is just annoying in general, and him having that is honestly really good. In my opinion, I don't really like the human affiliation. They are annoying to go up against. The Rukia, she is good too. She's great. She's obviously very, very good. I'd say her soul bomb probably doesn't hit as hard as the Ichigo's will, but it'll still definitely do some damage for sure. I mean, she still has bombardment +1, weakened defense, damage to frozen enemies, and the status and spiritual pressure boost 100%. Right now, currently, there are only 3 units in the game right now that have the spiritual pressure boost 100%. Last year's 9th anniversary Mugetsu Ichigo, and then the 10th anniversary units themselves here. She also does have Berserker at 100% as well, which is obviously very, very good. Yeah, the Rukia, she's great. The banner itself is actually, well, this is the new EX skill here. They both introduce a new EX skill, which basically can be linked up with other characters, though they have to be the same attribute. The EX skills, they start off as level 1 and they can be leveled up to 5, basically Master Ascendant. So get 5 copies of a unit, Master Ascend them, and their Berserker will go up. Well, depending on what the unit's EX skill is, it will level up. So there's just a quick explanation of that. And then the banner itself is actually not that bad. They're all 1000 Year Blood War units, except for like the Mugetsu Ichigo. He's not a 1000 Year Blood War unit. Obviously, he was a 9th anniversary Countdown Celebrations banner unit. And the good thing about this is you can't get 1000 Year Blood War units on premium banners, except for the Grimmy and the Kenpachi, because they were last year's 9th anniversary units. So those are the only 2 units that you can pull from the BVS tickets. Everybody else on here, you can't. So this is obviously a great banner with great value. And this is a 51 step up banner, but at steps 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, you are guaranteed a 5-star character, though unfortunately it is not a featured 5-star character. It is just a 5-star character. At step 25, you get to choose a new character summons ticket, which is obviously great. So it's obviously worth going to at least step 25. And now step 50 is where it gets interesting. You do get the free 10th anniversary special ticket here, where you get to choose a character, and then you also get 1 free rainbow special move source. Now, I'm talking to my console players here. So console players, if you can afford going 50 steps, I highly recommend you actually do. This is probably maybe the one and only time that I might actually tell you to do this, unless they do something like this again. But I highly recommend you go to the 50th step if you actually can afford it, because the rainbow special move source, we are not able to get this on console. We're unable to do so because, I guess, for some reasons that are beyond me, but on PC and mobile, those players, they have access to the Con Pass, which is just basically, you know, kind of like a pass where you get special stuff and whatnot. But yeah, if you like, well, you obviously get it with paid money, real IRL money. And if you buy the Con Pass consecutive amounts of time, I think it's like 3 months, you get a rainbow special move source. So yeah, the rainbow special move source is something that is actually paid. I don't think there's any other way to get it. And so getting a free one here is obviously great, even if you aren't on console. But console players especially definitely should try to get this, because we actually don't have any way to get this. We don't have the con pass on console, or at least not on PlayStation. I'm not sure about the other systems, but yeah, we don't get this on PlayStation. All we have is a PlayStation Plus pack, which is nice to have, but yeah. So that rainbow special move source is the rarest of the rarest. So if I highly recommend you go to step 50 and at least get it just to have it. It's really nice. And so we talked about all of that, but now let's just talk about the featured 5-star characters that are in this banner. So the first featured unit we have here is the Masculine. I believe this is the first version of this character in the game, so that is pretty cool. Soul trait, normal attack damage plus 35%. Oh wait, let's back up a little bit. He is a speed unit with the Stern Richard Killer as well, and his soul trait is what I just previously said. He is a melee unit with no status elements on any of his attacks. He does have a boost and a heal on his SA2. Let's see, innate skill, Sprinter, Long Reach, Guard Break. His Bruiser is at 100%. He has Last Ditch Survival, Weaken Resistance. He gets Flurry plus 2 in Guild Quest, increased melee damage in Guild Quest 30%. Enhancer, Poise, Medic, Booster, increased killer effect 30%, 50 in Guild Quest. So he's basically just a typical Guild Quest unit. Not really all too crazy, really, because he only gets Frenzy plus 2. Outside of there, he's only going to get Frenzy plus 1, so yeah, anything too crazy. But if you need a NAD unit for melee Stern Ritter weak Guild Quest, I mean, he's going to be a character you definitely can use. Alright, next up we have the Tenjiro here, who is a Technique Human Killer plus unit. Normal attack damage plus 35%. He is a ranged unit with paralysis on all of his attacks, except his SA2 and 3. His SA2 is a boost and a heal, and his SA3 is just a full heal. Well, it's not a full heal, but it's just a heal. There's no other abilities on here, so it's only a healing ability. Sprinter plus 2, freeze resistance, sharpshooter, 95% bruiser, flurry is at plus 1, 2 in Guild Quest, defibrillator 5 seconds. And then obviously, as you can see, he is a Guild Quest unit here because he has the increased range damage and the increased killer effect skills here in Guild Quest. Booster, Medic, Healer, Poise, Enhancer. Increased rubber damage to status and affected enemies 30%, which is actually very good. So this guy will actually be a great pair with the new Ichigo here. They both have the Hollow Killer Plus, and I believe they're both not Hollow Killer Plus, Human Killer Plus, and I believe they are both ranged, so they will work really well together in Guild Quest. So there is the Tenjiro. Up next we have this Shinji here. He is a Technique unit with Squad 0 Killer Plus. His Soul Trait status element Spiritual Pressure boosts plus 40%. He's a ranged unit with Confusion and Weakening on all of his attacks. You really don't see Confusion often. You really only see it on the Shinji, really, just because that's, you know, his whole Chikai and Bankai. Sprinter, Havoc, Freeze Resistance 100% are his innate skills. Bruiser and Berserker are both at 50%, Devastation 70%, Reduce Strong Attack cooldown 12%, Frenzy plus 2, Defibrillator plus 5 seconds. Increase status element chance against Soul Reapers, damage to confused enemies 60%, weaken defense, guard break, any status element spiritual pressure boost 120%. It's 120 because his soul trait is 40 and it's 80 in his skills, so 80 plus 40, 120, so that's why it's 120 here in the total in the skills. Yeah, definitely a usable unit. You definitely can probably get some use out of him in Guild Quest, really. I mean, Squad 0 Killer Plus or any Killer Plus on a unit is really great. Up next we have the Soifon, who is from the part 2 of the 9th anniversary. She is a power unit with the Human Killer Plus, Soul Trait Strong Attack Recharge Time minus 14%. She's a melee unit with paralysis and weakening on all of her attacks except her SA2. It is a boost. And her EX move, well, yeah, she also does have an EX move. It's kind of like just it's a forward, how would I describe it? It's basically kind of like a forward push attack, but once you use it, you can't really move it in any direction. So once you use it in that direction, you're just going there until the EX move pretty much ends. She has the enemies defeated bonuses here. You can see the bonuses she gets for defeating the required number of enemies there. Innate skills, Sprinter, Long Stride, full stamina only, reduce strong attack cooldown 6%. Berserker and Devastation are both at 60%. Base full stamina damage boost 20%. Paralysis resistance, Havoc 20%. Frenzy +2. Increased status element chance against humans. Enhancer, booster, any status element spiritual pressure boost 80%. Even though she's going to be coming up on a year old here, she is definitely still a very great unit. Obviously really strong. Alright, so we have this Sajin here. He's a Brave Battle unit, a Mine, Stern Ritter, Killer, and Captain Killer unit. Solo trait, damage taken -21%. Melee unit, no status elements. Innate skills on Sprinter, Paralysis Resistance, Marauder. Brave Battle only, Persistence. Half summon only, increased normal attack damage 60%. Half summon only, decreased damage taken 50%. Brave Battles only, block Heart and Mind attribute boost and debuffs. Brave Battle only, prevent last hit survival. Ignore Brave Battle invincibility. Brave Battle temporarily invincibility. Long reach 20%. Flurry +3. Poise and Pierce Barrier. Yeah, I will say this. I'm not into deep into Brave Battles anymore. I just kind of stopped caring about it. But the new Mila Rose that came out a while ago, she's pretty much a top tier Brave Battle unit. She pretty much has a skill that nullifies persistence, so any unit that has this really is just going to straight up die anyway, so this skill isn't really all too good right now unless you like are able to kill the Mila Rose before she kills you. But she does have persistence, so in an endurance fight, the Mila Rose will probably win if you really can't kill her. Alright, so we have the 9th Anniversary Grimmy here. He is a technique unit with Hollow Killer Plus. He has 2 soul traits, which is strong attack damage +20%, strong attack recharge time -12%. He is a ranged unit with paralysis and drain on all of his attacks. He has an EX move that buffs him and also debuffs enemies. Innate skills, Sprinter, Havoc, and a 50% chance to dodge hollow attacks. His Berserker is 70%. He is immune to all status elements. He increases the team and a party of Quincy affiliation enemies by 20%. Frenzy +3, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds. Increased status element chance against hollows. Element Reversal, not a skill you see all too often. Team/party, increased Quincy damage to status element affected enemies 30%. Weaken defense, sharpshooter, any status element spiritual pressure boost. Yeah, obviously, a year later, he is still definitely very, very good, and he will be very good for a long time, unless they can really power creep the Killer Plus some way, shape, or form, unless they like give us Killer Plus, which would just be kind of a lazy name for it and really just probably even more OP. Up next, we have the 9th Anniversary Kenpachi. He is a speed unit with the Espada Killer Plus. His soul trait is strong attack recharge time -14%. He is a melee unit with lacerating and weakening on all of his attacks. He has an EX move that gives him a 100% spiritual pressure boost. Fun fact, there are only 2 units in the game that have this EX move, him and the 2025,000 year Blood War version of Ichigo. Innate skills, Sprinter, Havoc, Innovator, and Lacerator. Berserker 100%, Devastation 50%, Weaken Resistance 100%, Frenzy +3, Defibrillator +5 seconds, Increased status element chance against rankers, Weaken Defense, Poise Break, Poise, Marauder, and the status element spiritual pressure boost. So his EX move lasts for 10 seconds. So while you have his EX move up and you have the spiritual pressure boost up, you will have a 180% spiritual pressure boost, which is right now currently the highest in the game. And only 2 units in the game can do that. So yeah, he's very, very good. Up next, we have the newest version of Mugetsu Ichigo. He is a power unit with the Hollow Killer, Soul Trait, Team/Party Strong Attack Damage plus 20%. He's a melee unit with weakening on all of his attacks. Innate skills, Sprinter +3, Long Stride, all status elements resistance. Berserker is 50%, reduce strong attack cooldown. Havoc, Frenzy +2, Bombardment, increase status element chance against hollows. Damage to weaken enemies 40%, weaken defense, Marauder, hit enemies 100%, and the status element spiritual pressure boost 100%. Yeah, like I mentioned in the intro, he is one of 3 characters that have this skill right here, so he definitely is rare, and he's also cool. Alright, so now we have the Yachiro here. She is a speed unit with the Soul Reaper and Captain Killer. She does have 2 soul traits here, which is strong attack damage plus 20%, and also strong attack recharge time minus 12%. She is a melee unit with weakening on all of her attacks. She has the trap status summon on her SA3. We haven't seen that in a while. She also does have a chance to insta-kill with her soul bomb. Innate skill, Sprinter +2, team/party stamina recovery 20%. Full stamina only, reduce strong attack cooldown 6%. Berserker is very low at 20%, devastation is low at 40%. She does have a base full stamina damage boost, which is good. She's immune to all status elements. She has Rampage, Havoc, Frenzy is at +2, which is great. Defibrillator +5 seconds, Long Reach, Poise, Marauder, any status helmet, Spiritual Pressure boost 80%. Yeah, this character's age is definitely showing. I mean, just because of the massive power creep we've gotten from the 9th and 10th anniversary characters. But overall, she is still very, very good. And last but not least, we have Chad here, who is a Brave Battle unit. He is a Power Captain Stern Ritter Killer unit. Soul trait damage taken minus 16%. He's a melee unit, no status elements, but he does have a boost on his SA2. He's immune to the weakened status element, Poise, Sprinter, Berserker 60%, half stamina only, decreased damage taken 50%. Prevent last ditch survival only in brave battles, long reach flurry +1. Increase damage to enemies not affected by ailment 100%. Enhancer, pierce barrier, guard break plus pierce. Enhancer, pierce barrier, guard break plus hit hidden enemies, and booster. Yeah, this is a brave battle unit, and brave battle units get power crept very, very fast. So I can't really see anybody using this unit unless it's like a really strong defensive build, maybe, or maybe people are just using him just because. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for this one. We briefly talked about the 10th anniversary units. We did talk about the featured units on this banner. We talked about the banner format itself and as to why I think you should really go to step 50 because you cannot pass up on that rainbow special move source, especially us console players. And yeah, that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you already summoned, I hope you had good luck on your summon. If you haven't summoned yet, I hope you have good luck on yours. Yeah, until next time.